Well, we're making our way into another beautiful day across southern Wisconsin. Starting off this morning, a little bit of cloud cover across the western half of the state, and we do have enough moisture to see a couple of brief raindrops fall. Not a whole lot of this really making it to the ground right now, though. So if you do see a couple of raindrops on your way into work, it's going to be pretty brief. Now, why is the weather so quiet? It's because a lot of the country actually is under some high pressure for our Tuesday. So that's keeping our skies fairly clear. The only real weather maker that we're looking at right now is this low pressure system and its associated cold front making its way across the Dakotas. Now this is heading our way, but it is taking its time. It's not going to sweep through Wisconsin until the end of this week and the start of the weekend. So we've got quite a few more days of some nice, clear and quiet weather. As we continue through our Tuesday, we're going to watch those clouds covering the western half of the state kind of start to dissipate. That's going to give us some more sunshine for your mid-morning hours. As we continue through our Tuesday, we might see a little bit more cloud cover, really similar to yesterday, right along that western edge of the state. But again, aside from that, we're looking at a lot of sun. Those winds for today still coming up nice and calm from the southeast. That's continuing to bring up a little bit of extra moisture for southern Wisconsin. So we could see that humidity rise throughout our Tuesday as well. Continuing to your evening commute, things still looking nice and sunny, and we're going to stay clear overnight into our Wednesday. Of course, all that sunshine and those winds coming from the south mean that we're going to watch those temperatures warm up pretty quickly throughout the day. We're up through the 60s, through the 70s, and into those low to mid 80s by the later afternoon hours. I mentioned that moisture slowly moving into southern Wisconsin throughout our day. That's going to increase our dew points. By around noon, we're in those upper 50s in Madison, so nothing too intense there. But as we continue to the western portion of the state, we're going to see those dew points just a little bit higher in those mid 60s. Later on in our Tuesday, after we've had a lot of time of those southerly winds, we're going to continue to see those dew points rise. So by the end of the day, we're in those mid 60s for dew points. Areas west of Madison even reaching 70 degrees. That's when it really starts to feel pretty muggy out. So just keep in mind that later half of your Tuesday going to be looking a little bit more uncomfortable in terms of humidity. Now, as far as getting outside watering your garden, the next few days, you're definitely going to want to do so as we're looking at that drier trend, again, thanks to that high pressure. But I mentioned that cold front that's going to move through. That's going to bring some rainfall for Friday and Saturday. So those days might not want to get outside quite as much. You can see that in our future track for rain totals as well. By the morning of our Friday, things are looking pretty dry. We haven't seen too much fall. But as we continue through Friday, Saturday, and into Sunday, you can see those rain totals really start to pick up quite a bit. So unfortunately, that does mean a rain chance for the Badger game this Saturday. I'm looking to go, so hopefully we can see things clear up a little bit more. We're going to continue to track that rain and storm chance as we get closer to the weekend. But luckily, before we get that rain chance, we've got at least a few more days of some nice, clear weather. A high of 83 degrees today in Madison, and that sunshine continuing through Friday. Don't go anywhere. We've got more news after the break.